sir, we got Mike Zimmer. Bronny James never deserved this.
2024 NBA mock draft prospects. Bronny James as a top 10 pick.
What do you think about that?
I love it. He's a legitimate McDonald's All-American.
James has grown, filled out his frame, found another gear with his explosiveness.
I'm gonna see what everybody been talking about.
Bronny's okay, man. Bronny's good defensively. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, I saw him as a basketball player. Bronny James is different.
Nobody's drafting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's good defensively.
6'2".
I think I said this multiple times. Mike Conley and Bronny James have similarities in their game. They're both defensive-minded point guards. They both can shoot. You know what I'm saying? They're both solid on the offensive end. They're both great teammates. Saying?
Because he's great
Bronny and Mike Conley have similar games. It's just Bronny is bigger and right-handed.
defensively.
Is he a starter? No. Is he a rotation player? No. Is he a bench guy?
There are people who question the legitimacy of rankings.
What exactly has Bronny become?
Never going to be in the same sentence as LeBron James.
I do not believe that LeBron James Jr. is better than any current NBA player.
Does Bronny start or come off the bench? If who? Bronny.
On March 6th,
I remember this. They were talking about the Lakers.
11:43 p.m., LeBron James tweeted out, "Man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today." Lightweight hilarious. The very next morning, on March 7th, On3 Recruits tweeted this. New, Bronny James ranks number 9 and 5-star in the latest 2023 On3 150.
It's on 3-1.
A coincidence, and immediately a firestorm of media coverage came. LeBron James' son was now a 5-star. Only was he? Because according to the website 247 Sports, a site that takes a composite ranking of multiple recruiting websites and puts them together for one final ranking, Bronny James is still a 4-star recruit and just the number 33 player in the nation, which is strange because ESPN just projected Bronny to be a top 10 pick in the 2024 draft. And guys, I'm
acting like you can't get better. You acting like you can't get better.
Very excited to share with you. I have a brand new channel named Coors Light where I am doing 3 2-minute segments.
I guess ESPN is based on potential, I guess. And these rankings are based off right now.
Every single video. And on Coors Light 3, the 3 segments we just did included an old school, not human segment. We are on a grind to get to 10,000 subscribers there. I really want it to succeed, so I really want your honest feedback as well. I really appreciate you go watching Coors Light number 3. It will be linked below. But for now, let's get into Bronny James. Bronny James is a McDonald's All-American. Something that seemed an absolute certainty.
People be hating, talking about, oh, you and LeBron. Bro, the dude got game. What you mean?
NIL value is $7.2 million, which also means
top
Bronny's
30?
name is certainly bringing in the big bucks. But is it just his name that is causing this attention? Is it just because he is LeBron James' son that
he plays the right way? That's what I'm talking about. That's why him and Mike Conley have similar game. They both play the right way. Just Bronny's bigger and right-handed.
Is a projected top 10 pick? Or does Bronny deserve everything and instead is headed on the path that I'm sure we all truly would love to see? A real top 10 pick in the NBA and a future star. So I wanted to dive in myself and find out, is Bronny worth the hype? And so I figured there were 2 pretty foolproof ways
Michael, $3 by Pacifico? I didn't know you drank Pacifico.
to look into this. The first being to compare Bronny's current stats against a recent number 9 recruit on 247 Sports. The second, of course, is we have to dive into the game tape here. So I went to YouTube, I searched Bronny's name, and I went through every single game.
He searched himself up.
Because I know that the last time I watched Bronny, I'm not going to mince words here, I did not think he was a
I didn't know he can win move.
10 pick. What I said in my last videos was I thought that he was a potential 2nd round pick, and that if he continued to grow as a player, I thought that he would become an NBA role player. And my last video on Bronny was not that long ago. So to hear he was suddenly now a top 10 pick was pretty eye-popping for me, which meant I had to know, is the hype worth it? And on the stat sheet right away, here are Bronny's final season stats.
Hoodie Bronny?
For his senior year.
Fade away?
Bronny averaged 14.2 points per game, 5.5
6 rebounds,
2.4 assists per game, and
14,
1.8
6, 2.
steals per game. Now, those are stats that, to me at least, do not exactly look incredible, especially the assists when we
because he plays the right way. He doesn't go out there trying to drop 20 points, 30 points a game like most high school athletes. My high school scars up trying to like drop 40 every game. Like he looks to pass, he looks to rebound, he looks to defend. Like, come on, he's an all-around player, basically.
Recently, Syracuse guard Joe Girard averaged 50 points per game in his senior season. So I understand that if guys like Joe Girard are out here averaging 50, why is Bronny, a projected top 10 pick, only averaging?
Hey, don't do that to that man, man. Come on, chill.
Looking at the number 9 player in the class of 2021, Kennedy Chandler's senior season stats.
He plays for the Grizzlies. That's the rookie.
TC Chandler averaged 14.8 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.3 steals a game, which really just tells us that on stacked high school basketball teams with sometimes questionable coaching, there can be so much talent that in terms of pure numbers, everyone sacrifices on the stat sheet, especially if you're
yeah, like Booker. He was a lottery pick, even though he only came off the bench in college. He only did nothing but catch and shoot. He didn't take not one dribble. All his points came off catch and shoots, and it was a lottery pick.
Is a bit more iso ball based. Even Amari Bailey, Bronny's teammate who had an incredible stat-stuffing junior season, averaged 18.5 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 2.6 assists a game in his senior season. And when we dive into the actual games, what we see is what I would say a
played at Fresno State,
but a top 30-ish guy. I'm right there with 247 Sports Real ranking. I think that one is way more fair. Bronny has his strengths for sure. He is a great on-ball defender.
He is top 30.
Willing defender. He's also someone who is able to cover the court very well. This combination mixed with his very evident increase in athleticism as well as his very evident increase in skill set, to me does indicate that he can fill a role in the NBA as right now at least a rotational piece. The draft comparison of D'Anthony Melton has been thrown.
Melton, Marcus Smart, Holiday, Conley. It's Conley. He's similar. Him and Conley have similar games. Smart. Conley. Drew Holiday, maybe. Conley. I see similarities between him and Drew Holiday and Conley. You know, Drew Holiday is an all-star, by the way. Marcus Smart is a defensive player of the year, by the way. Melton is a solid role player, by the way. He's like the first one to come off the bench for Doc Rivers and 76ers.
Thrown around a lot lately, and
we impacts winning.
Right, but D'Anthony Melton was the 46th pick of the draft, and he had to grind to get where he is today. But where he is today is a big-time piece of the 76ers' success. Does Bronny have it in him to continue this grind? Once he gets to college, is he going to continue to put his?
He is not Melton, bro. He's Bronny.
Then once he gets
similar,
to the NBA,
him and Mike Conley. Is Mike Conley a similar games with Mike Conley, man, and maybe Holiday.
Harder because Bronny does have weaknesses. We cannot ignore the
just like every player.
He does struggle to put up points sometimes.
Just like every player.
Practically every scouting report you will read will label him as a passive player at times. I also really feel like it cannot be understated that despite Bronny's athleticism, he's struggled to put up points at times because he struggles to create separation off the dribble at times. It appears that for whatever reason, his blow-by ability to get to the rim, or
he dude's acting like he can't get better
to create space off the dribble, is just lacking, which combined with his passiveness does call into question if he is ready offensively for an NBA role. With that said, Bronny has continued to improve his standstill jump shot. So my final thoughts here are that it's not like Bronny is wildly far away from a 5-star player. Top 10 right now is a stretch, I would say. I feel like that's probably a clear media play in order to drum up.
A lot of people don't know.
Michael, me talking about growth cage? You use growth cage, Michael? I didn't know.
App on your phone, you could be using it.
Up some hype for Bronny and for that recruiting website. Personally, I've got to say with a
why do they have on masks when they're playing? That's pointless. That's pointless. They're touching the same ball, yo. They're both making contact with each other. That's pointless.
Is absurd. It is possible that that pressure is more than the pressure LeBron himself felt when he was told he'd be a failure if he did not make the NBA Hall of Fame.
How does it feel to know?
Yeah, this is crazy. This man is crazy.
Eventually, a Hall of Fame caliber player.
Yo, that's crazy.
Good enough to be good or an all-star. If you're not eventually a first-rank Hall of Famer, a lot of people will say you were a bust or overhyped.
So the final verdict for me here is that I do believe Bronny is on the path to make the NBA. I do believe he has the work ethic to get there, and I do believe he has the.
He got better every year. That's the thing. He gets better every year.
Grind.
If you see someone that get better every year,
I believe this is that Bronny has shown a tremendous improvement already.
It's gonna improve even more.
His entire life. He has also been LeBron James' son his entire life. So the money has in there
Earl.
as well. It is quite clear that Bronny is chasing his own legacy here, and I have the ultimate respect for that. I also would really hope that LeBron James, as his father, would be able to evaluate his own son's potential, because if LeBron did not actually believe in Bronny in this way, it would be wildly reckless to
And they call LeBron James LaVar Ball. LeBron James learning from LaVar.
The entire world. So are people using Bronny's name right now? Are they inflating his draft ranking possibly to get clicks? Probably. But Bronny did just have a great senior season. We have seen the improvement. Now,
LeBron
will we
LaVar,
see if he can be a great draft prospect in college. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel, remember, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. But also, Coors Light number 3 is up. We are on our schedule grind there. It would be awesome if you went and watched the video, gave your feedback, and if you liked the video, helped us on our grind to 10,000 subscribers. Again, guys, thank you for everything. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, and cue that music. If you're still here,